Hey guys, as promised, here I am with the LED light kit for the Scag Tiger Cat 2. As you saw in the last video where I did an overview of the mower and why I chose that over the Patriot, I showed you guys the LED light kit and the other accessories that I purchased I'm going to do videos on. I went ahead and opened this up, got the light with the mounting hardware, got wiring harness, got another bag of mounting hardware, a couple of brackets, and in the brown box there's a light. So here we are with everything unboxed, unbagged, and everything else. Needless to say, some assembly required, but everything so far looks high quality. The braiding on the outside of the wire harness, the lights, everything seems heavy duty. The brackets there, the bolts, you even get the switch there, it seems high quality. It's even got the rubber cover for it. You know, so when you put it through the panel, it's all waterproofed, and then you got some clips there to kind of run the wire through. I think that's underneath the seat. As far as the instructions go, that's right here. The black and white instructions just stapled together. Diagrams for you know, installation, stuff like that. Should get the job done there. Not a fan of the black and white pictures, but again, what more do you need? As long as you can see them, you know, able to tell what to do. I think that's all that matters. So anyway, yep, that's pretty much everything. I'm gonna get this thing started. I'll try to maybe cut in every once in a while, show you guys what I'm doing and how I'm running everything. So. Okay guys, so I decided to put together one of these real quick for you guys. So there's the light, the U bracket, bolt, wiring coming through, and then the bracket. So when you put this together, make sure you feed the wire through the back side of the bracket, and then put this 1-inch bolt through before you put the bracket on the light itself. Reason being is because this bolt, once you put this on the light, you won't be able to get the bolt through. So do that. Cool thing about the bracket, you can see on this one, is it has stops, so the bolt won't actually turn when you try to tighten down the nut on the bottom side. But it's got the rubber mount here, and then there's the bracket. This is the right side, or the side that sits to the right of the driver. So I'm going to put this one together here in a minute so you guys can kind of see. It won't take too long, so I'm not going to hold you guys up too long, but let's get that thing together. So here we are guys, I'm going to take apart these things here. Sorry if that's loud. Alright, let's do that. Alright, so the first thing, I'm going to put this bolt through there. Like I mentioned, this light here, I'm going to take this, I'm going to feed it through the back side so it doesn't get pinched or anything like that, so it's nice and free. This is the driver's side, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take, I'll put this this facing the outside and the nut on towards the driver, or closest to the driver, I guess. Put on your lock washer and put on the nut. There's that. And then this thing, because it sits, again, driver's over here, so this is going to go through there. So I'm going to take this little rubber thing, I'm going to put it together real quick, and then I'll adjust everything, but so you guys can kind of see how it goes together. So that, then that, then that. So that's pretty much it. Wire isn't pinched or anything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much how she goes together right there. So that's it. Those are the two lights together. The manual says not to tighten anything down yet, so I'm not going to do that. I'll wait, but I just want to show you guys how to put this together real quick. Alright guys, so that's the right side. You can see the two bolts right there, one right there and one a little bit further back on that black bracket. Those are the factory bolts that kind of were holding everything together there. You can take those out without having to worry about anything coming loose or you know, like not lining up or anything like that. I didn't have any issues putting them back in or anything like that. The nuts on those are actually welded to the inside, so those aren't going to fall off on you. You just take those out, put the bracket in, and put the bolts back in. So, and then on the, let's see, left side here, driver's side, or driver's side, but you know what I mean. Left side, the left of the driver, there's 2 bolts right there, those 2. So those, you take out the ones that came from the factory and you replace those with 2 that came in the kit. I think those are 1-inch variants of those, and the nuts as well, the serrated nuts. So get those mounted up in there and you should be good to go. So that's what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and get the Tiger Eye monitoring system unmounted and get the switch in there. So let's do that. Okay, so I want to show you this side of the panel. So basically on the Scag Tiger Cat, you can actually feel the divot right there on the actual panel. It'll feel like there's a hole underneath the label there, which there is. I'm going to try not to drop this too hard, but I'm going to take out this bolt here and then get this so you guys can see it. So do that. Alright. So there you go. So that's where we're actually going to cut through to mount the switch. You can actually see they already have it. You know, the hole's already drilled, everything's already there. Right here, I don't know if you can see it, it says lights. This is actually where you're going to plug the light kit in. So it grabs its power from. That's got a bunch of grease in it. I don't know if you can see that on camera. The wiring harness, all the connection points also have grease in them. Again, real good build quality on the wiring harness. Put together real nice. Before I put the switch in there, I'm actually going to show you guys something here. Try to set this up so you guys can kind of see what's going on. So, I'm going to take this ohm meter here, multimeter, whatever I want to call it, and see if I can get that in camera. So basically when you put it on the ohm and you touch together, that's going to be your reading, showing that there's a connection. Just real simple, not going to get all technical here or anything like that. I take this and take this. I'm going to see that there's no change when we flip the switch. You can see that it's got a reading. So, no, and there's a reading. So there we know it's off, and there we know it's on. So you guys can pick your orientation on how you guys want to mount that switch. So I want to mount it so obviously down is off, and then up is on. So that's going to be mine. So that is off. So just to kind of show you guys, if you guys want to make sure that orientation is right. You can probably adjust it just by, you know, loosening the nut on the top of this here and then turning the switch later on. But if you just want to do it ahead of time, get it right when you first put it in, that's how you do it. So this is the switch installed. There's the wiring harness kind of run. I'm going to keep it over here where the other 2 wires, just kind of like a divot in the gas tank. You can kind of see it there. That's where the other wires were kind of mounted, so I'm going to kind of tidy that up. It says not to hook those up yet, so I'm not going to do that. Let's see if I can pick this up and show you guys. I know it's upside down, but there's the switch mounted. To cut that from the back side, I just used a X-Acto knife. You can use a utility knife or whatever. So just cut that hole real nice and clean, then tighten up the switch, then get that wiring harness just put in there like that, and we'll work on the cable routing next. I'm going to try to button this thing up, try to get the zip tie, you know, maybe put a zip tie. I think it says to put it there, but I'm going to follow the instructions there, and then I'll show you guys what I did. Okay, so I went ahead and got the wiring harness all zip tied up and everything, mounted, secured and everything. Went ahead and tightened down the lights. So I'm going to show you guys what I did. I left the zip ties uncut so you guys can kind of see them a little bit easier where I kind of put them and everything. So put the 3 bolts back in the instrument panel. Went ahead and routed the harness under here. It includes 2 white clips that you can see, one there and one there. Went ahead and mounted them underneath here. Go ahead and clean that with underneath there. I don't know how old you guys' mowers are or whatever, but go ahead and clean with like a, I don't know, alcohol prep pad or something. Just get the grime or whatever so it really makes good adhesion, or those things make good adhesion. And then I went ahead and looped, I don't know if you can see that probably can't, but you can see it under there. So I went ahead and looped the wiring harness underneath there, ran it through there where it says, try to get there, right under there. Just make sure that it doesn't get stuck on any, you know, or get cut by any moving parts or get hit by any moving parts or anything like that. There's a zip tie there. There's a smaller zip tie there that I put in. It wasn't in the kit, but I zip tied it up there with the existing safety. There's existing wiring harness. It's a safety for the drive lever. So right there, it's mounted there. But anyway, so it came out there, nice and clean. And then over on the right side, same thing. Oops, sorry about that. Same thing. Zip tied it there with a extra zip tie, and then underneath, it's really hard to get in there, guys, sorry about that, but basically there is already factory there's already a factory harness there and everything. Just kind of, again, make sure it doesn't hit any levers, or you know, when you pull those levers and move everything and just kind of adjust, just kind of do that, make sure it doesn't rub against it. It does have that braided protection around the wiring harness, but just go ahead and just make sure it doesn't hit anything. There's no need for excessive wear. I went ahead again. There's a lot of wire in this harness, so I looped it on that side and on this side. Manual just shows it once, but that came out clean, pretty clean looking, real tight up against that metal panel. I'm gonna go ahead and cut those zip ties so they're a little shorter. Clean that up, and then I'm going to show you guys the lights. Okay, so I got everything all cut, tightened up, made sure everything was clear of any moving parts. Everything looks good, plenty of clearance. Everything's, like I said, tightened down. So I'm going to put the seat down. Loud click. Alright, show you guys the front here. So that's what it looks like with the lights. So I'll mount it up, and then so there's a switch again, and there they are. Alright, nice, pretty bright, plenty bright, plenty bright. And that's what they look like, guys. So and that's it. They'll also go off with the ignition too. So, but anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. There we go, the LED light kit installed on the Scag Tigercat 2. Hope you guys like this video. Next one I think I'm going to do is going to be the hitch kit, so stay tuned for that one. Until next time, see you guys.